3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
There's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And right away, he lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
That was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
A second down throw for Prescott. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Derek Barnett in there to drop him, and it'll be a loss of about 8. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys. After the sack, it's 3rd and long.
46. Then we're going to 53. Here we go. 26.
Prescott from the gun. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. Now Wentz. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Sean Lee coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down.
There we go. Back man. 180.
Now it's the Boise State alum, Jay Ajayi. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Here we go.
Working from the gun, Wentz. He's going to float this one deep right side. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. Wentz able to hook up with Aguilar for a big gain, 49 yards. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line. From the gun, it's Wentz. And the reception made by Alshon Jeffrey. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now it's Ajayi, and he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. He can muster only a yard there, and they'll be left with a 3rd and very short.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
10-5-7.
It's a sneak. It's Wentz. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first. The Eagles into the red zone for the first time. 1st and 10 at the 19. Now it's the all-purpose back. This is Darren Sproles. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Ram. 50's the mic.
And he stopped immediately there. Tackle made there by Chidobe Awuzie. The 8th play of the drive coming up. It's 3rd and 3. To throw, it's Wentz. Open man left side is Wallace, complete. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. The gain of 5 that time gives him the conversion and makes it 1st and goal.
Mike's 50. I'm bringing it to you. You can't block me. Shorty.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Now from the 9, here's 2nd and goal. Shotgun now for Wentz. The quick slant caught. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a 3rd and goal situation. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
This is 3rd and goal now. 80,000 on their feet here in Arlington. They'll try to run with a giant. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Only a yard there, so it brings up 4th and goal.
How about the fellas with the stars on the side of their helmets rising up on defense? We always hear about the Cowboys' rushing offense. Their rush defense is pretty good as well, I think, because they're so cohesive. Defensive line, linebackers really work well together.
The offense is staying out there. Here we go on 4th and goal from the 1.
There we go. Back man. 120.
Back live with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's the Eagles with the ball here to begin quarter number 2. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. And the first play will be a field goal try. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. And a kick by Elliott is good. And the Eagles, they take a 3-0 lead. So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
This is taken at his 4. And he gets it to the 30-yard line, but the football's not going to stay there. There's a penalty marker down. So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
They'll pitch it out to Elliott, and he'll lose yardage on this one back to the 13. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second. He came out ready to play. That's 3 tackles for a loss, Charles. We're only in the second quarter.
And that's problematic for the guys trying to run offense because that means he's got a pretty good idea of what they're doing and is actually beating them to the point of attack and making those plays. Might have to think about some misdirection or something to try and get him away from the ball.
Now Prescott over the middle here to Wilson. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
46. Hey, 47. Sweat. 26.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. Eagle pressure. Too much this time. Down he goes. Fletcher Cox in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Now Sproles. He belted that thing, a leg of steel, and an even 70 yards on the punt that time. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10.
Lefty.
On 1st down, Wentz. He's going to float this one deep right side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
A boost here to start the drive. After the penalty, it's 1st and 5. After the penalty, it's Elliott. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down.
It's coming now. We're going to 54. 180.
Off the play fake, Prescott. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on. 3rd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, and have them back on their heels.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down.
Tight ends on the loose.
Now Prescott. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck roll that they can fall back on anymore.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice. An ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
So they tried the 59-yarder and missed it, and now this offense starts just 1 yard shy of midfield.
4 down, check, 4 down, 4 down. Check 13, Blitz 5-2. Oh.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Jeffrey reels it in over the middle. Touchdown, Philadelphia! Alshon Jeffrey, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles add 6 to their lead. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And the last go-around for them, they tried that really, really long field goal, couldn't connect.
And in retrospect, I think a lot of people would say, well, why would you try one that long? You hurt yourself in field position. The ball comes out, there. That only helps the other team. But I look at it as maybe it was a double shot of confidence. Confident the kicker could make it. And even if he missed, confident in their defense that they could hold him.
Prescott looks to throw on first. Catch made right side by Wilson. Give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. Jumpy on the right side of the line.
Sometimes when you're on the end, a little bit farther away from the ball, any type of movement will get you to jump, and that's exactly what happened there.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 5 yards that time, taking it himself, and he has enough for the first.
Partner, I know we're in the era of the mobile quarterback, but there's still an element of surprise when that position keeps the football. And what a nice gain on that play.
On 1st and 10, Prescott looking and finding Allen Hurns. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. Prescott on 1st down. They'll set up the screen to Elliott. A good pickup there on 1st as the screen pass gets him 8. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. On play action, Prescott. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's brought down. So a minute 55 to go in the first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. The first opportunity in the red zone for the Cowboys. They come up 1st and 10 at the 16. They'll run it now out of the gun. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. The Cowboys looking to get going again in a hurry.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get in. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys draw a bit closer. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. Bailey now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. He was trying to get it to Zach Ertz that time. And now it's 2nd down.
Black, come on. 3 down. There we go. Back. 120.
Play action. Now Wentz. He's going to loft one deep left side here. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
It's caught right side, it turns. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Prescott now, 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10.
Here we go. 26.
And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Give him 10 yards on the keeper, and it'll lead to a 2nd down. Prescott urging his guys to go quickly. They need to get up and set. 2nd down, Prescott. Buying time to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Hey, we got 3 down.
Prescott now from the 50. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag is down. This could possibly be a push-off. Looked like some hands both ways. They got it on the offense.
And sometimes there's a fine line between being the receiver and the DB, and he knocked that one away. Might have caused an incompletion that could have been an interception.
It's coming now.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. A dump off to Elliott. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. It's a solid pickup of 11, and it's 2nd down. The Cowboys looking to get going again in a hurry.
Let's go. Let's finish now. Here we go. 46. 26.
A 2nd down throw for Prescott. Being chased out left. Now he's going to throw deep back. That's caught inside the 20. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime.
Sweat. Hey. Here we go. 46. And here's 26.
from the red zone now. Prescott. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Mills. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Check 26, check 26. Shorty. Back.
They fake the give. Now Wentz. Blitz coming, and down he goes. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack.
Great. Here we go. 120. Great, 81. Let's go.
A final shot before half for Wentz. Flushed out right. He can run for it, and he will. And he is out of bounds, able to get it across the 20-yard line. So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitors, the Eagles, leading this one. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the 3rd quarter gets underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the 3rd quarter. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
Let's see if they do just that. Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
On the ball.
Now Wentz throwing on 2nd down. And this is Ertz with it, right side. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 46. They run with Ajayi. And he's got some space here. And blocked down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Dancing to his left. And some room to roam now. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. It'll be a gain of 9, and they're going to face a third down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
On play action, Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. Now on 4th and inches, they're going to want to talk this over. We get a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. Now Wentz will keep it, and this will depend on the mark. I'm not sure he pushed the line forward, and indeed he did not. They stop him. And you wonder, Charles, could that decision come back to haunt them later?
And it really could, because in this situation, you kick the field goal in a tight game like this, that's a good play.
Yeah.
But maybe what he's saying to himself is, I'm just not a big proponent of the old idea that any possession that ends in a kick I'm happy with. He wanted to be really aggressive.
A little twist here in the third quarter. And the window closes quickly. He'll only get up to the 22-yard line. Corey Graham brings him down.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And his throw is incomplete.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there.
The Cowboys on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 9.
46. Here we go, 46. Here's 46.
Prescott from the gun, eluding the pressure right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Sidney Jones. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now a play fake. Wentz. He'll buy some time right. This will be caught inside the 10. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. An Eagle 1st down. Wentz hooking up with Jeffrey.
Nice movement there by Carson Wentz outside of the pocket. Completes another pass. Help me out here, partner. He's not sneaky athletic. He is athletic. How many times do I have to say it?
Yeah, you've been making that declaration for a while, and at 6'5", he ran a 40 of 4.77, so not only big, but he can move.
That's a good time for a quarterback. He and Andrew Luck, similar physiques, similar athletic ability.
Sunday. Hey, empty.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal.
Here we go. Lady. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Do your job. Watch out.
Now Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. David Irving in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. This is 3rd and goal now. 80,000 on their feet here in Arlington.
Run. There we go. Back. 180. Mike's by four. Hey, stash. Check.
To throw is Wentz, escaping the pressure right. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there, because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick a field goal. And yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Keeps himself upright, steps away to his left. Now he'll throw deep left side. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Everybody start there. Over here. Start there.
58 to the mic. 58 to the mic.
Gun.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Well, we're into the 2nd half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. And this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Eagles. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about
that.
Super toe.
That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not even going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
On 1st down, Wentz. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. On play action, it's Wentz. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. No chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Now Wentz on third down. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to fourth down.
I think he's taking an awful chance with the football right there. You've got to lead, you've got to protect it, and he's taking chances putting it out there in a little bit of jeopardy.
Especially in a spot like this, fourth quarter, as you said, trying to cling to that advantage.
Yeah, that one probably should have been picked, huh?
And now Dallas gets set to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Another carry, same story. Fourth quarter, and he is in red numbers right now with a running game.
Hard to believe because you figure at some point you break off a run. But in this case, what we're seeing is just pure domination by the defense. I think it started with the scouting report. They got into what they were doing offensively, into their mindset, and now they're beating them to the punch on every snap.
Here we go, 46. Here we go, 26.
Prescott now on second down. Forced out to his left. And he slings one that's incomplete. Cole Beasley, the intended target. And now it's third down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his second of the game. Instead, fourth down.
I guess they're in a situation now, fourth quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted. And if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
Sproles so quick and agile. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field.
Well, where have we seen this before? This might be shades of Super Bowl 52, Charles. Eagles up by a score in the fourth quarter, needing to run some clock.
Yeah, and they don't need to take that much off here. And think about it this way. Different quarterback under center than with the one you're thinking about.
Yeah, Nick Foles under center, Super Bowl 52 here, Carson Wentz. But in Super Bowl 52, they took over 7 minutes off the clock.
They certainly did, and they really ground it down and stuck it in the end zone.
Hey, Lou. There we go.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack.
Here we go. 120. 50, 50. Great 15.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Flush to his right. Fighting to stay upright. Now a loose football. The ball comes out.
And a little bit of good fortune there. He wasn't able to get it back, but he did have a teammate on the spot able to retain possession for them.
The Eagles send out their punter now. On for his second punt. He'd take a repeat of his first. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And out now come the Cowboys. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Chris Long in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year.
You go 46. 26.
Here's Prescott. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And got his man complete. There goes Allen Hurns. And he is taken down deep in Philadelphia territory. It's a big play for the Cowboys on third. 79 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. To throw is Prescott. Flushed out right. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal.
He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right.
Here's Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Cedric Wilson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys will have the lead if they can hit the PAT. Critical extra point up and good. And that is going to put them on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. Bailey now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. A beautiful fake. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here comes Eagle offense now as they get set to take over here. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Back to throw. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Wallace. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also 3rd down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving. First down now, but the clock continues to move. Back to throw. Finding some room at midfield. Open man left side is Wallace, complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield across the 45. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Hey, 57. There we go. Back man. Waiting.
Shift.
Hey, 52. Great.
Shift.
He's back to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
I see you nodding your head up and down. That's a very heady decision at this stage of the game. Out of the pocket, nowhere to go. Just get rid of it.
That's a smart play because you're not worried about your completion percentage, and you're also not trying to force it into bad traffic as well. Throw the ball away, live to fight another down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
82, 40.
He'll look to throw, and he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this 3rd and long play as we'll get a timeout. As they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th.
82. Liz.
They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Jeff Heath. And he'll bring this one back to the 29.
Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
10 yards is the pickup there, and that should just about put a bow on this one.
You're going 47. 26.
Well, Prescott here to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
Elliott. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game.
The Cowboys on 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Prescott to throw. Gonna look deep for Wilson. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
He's got to be kicking himself right there. His team's already picked off 2 passes. That would have been the 3rd in the game. And, boy, they've really played well attacking the football.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter. He's been terrific so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Let's take it inside his own 40.